Today, I'm going to be showing you a complete beginner's guide on how to use Google Calendar. The first part of this video is going to cover how to use Google Calendar on your iPhone with the app, and the second part of this video is going to show you how to use Google Calendar on your desktop. But in both parts of this video, we're going to cover all the tips, tricks, and hidden features that are going to allow you to walk away from this video like a Google Calendar expert and increase your productivity like never before. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video, a complete beginner's guide on Google Calendar and how to use it on your iPhone and on your desktop. If you go to the Google Calendar section on the settings in your iPhone, you're gonna be able to access or allow access to different features on Google Calendar and link it with your iPhone. So if we click it right here, you guys are going to see that we have all these options to access right here. We have contacts, calendar, series, and search. You can choose which notifications you want for Google Calendar. You have all of these options right here. Then on top of that, we also have background app refresh and cellular data. Just check this out before you guys go into the app so you guys can allow access to certain features for your Google Calendar app. And then let's move on to the next feature and how to use Google Calendar like a complete pro in this beginner's guide. As you can see, we're in the month of July in my Google Calendar, and you can see all the important events I have coming up in this month. And I'm going to show you guys how to add certain events to your Google Calendar later on in this video. But if we click these three tabs right here, you're going to see that you have the option to choose how you want to view your Google Calendar. You have the option to choose between schedule, day, 3-day, week, or month. So for example, say we do 3-day, you guys are going to see that now we have 3 days shown opposed to 1 on my Google Calendar. And if you want to make it monthly, or if you want to switch the months right here to different time periods, you can definitely do that. But these are a few options on how you guys can view your Google Calendar in the days, weeks, or months. So it's up to you. It's completely up to your preference. So I prefer day to day. So I'm going to go back to right here. And now I can see everything that I have during that day on Google Calendar. If we click this little icon right here that says A, you're going to see which accounts I have linked to my Google Calendar. And as you can see, I only have 2 at the moment. But say you want to add another account, or you just created a new Google account and you want to add that to your Google Calendar, it's super easy to do. All you have to do is just click add another account right here. And it's going to take you to this page where it's going to say Google Calendar wants your google.com to sign in. We're going to click continue right here. And then next, it's going to ask you to put in your email and password. And then once that's done, that Google Calendar account will be linked to this app so you can have access to all the events for that specific Google account. And then this is pretty obvious, but if you want to search an event and you can't find it right off the bat, you can always use the search tab right here and type in any event name or any contact in that name, and it'll pop up on your Google Calendar. It's a very intuitive app, so it'll be able to find that calendar and event with ease. And that's just an FYI for you guys, but check that out when you get the chance, or if you can't locate an event right off the bat. The next feature for Google Calendar that I want to show you is this plus button right here. So we're going to dive into all the features that come with this icon. But right off the bat, if you click it right here, you're going to see we have a million options to choose from out of office, goal, reminder, tasks, and events. And I'm going to show you guys how each one of these works and how you can set it up and customize it to your needs depending on what your preferences are on this Google Calendar app. The first option is out of office. So say you're not working for some reason, or you want to block off certain dates that you won't be in the office. All you have to do is just click out of office right here like this. And now you have this whole option page to choose how you want to customize this out of office setting on your Google Calendar. So you have the option to choose all day for this certain date that it gives us for July 14th. This is a Thursday. You have the option to do not repeat it. So if it's only for one day, it's not going to be a recurring thing. You can choose do not repeat right here. And then you guys can save these preferences depending on your needs. If we scroll down, you guys are going to look right here and see. If we click Thursday, July 14th, for example, you're going to be able to choose this day right here. And then by clicking that, this will show that the whole day is booked for your own free time. You won't be in the office. But if you want to not have it on for all day, you can just simply turn this off, and you can choose which times on that date that you're not going to be in the office. So say I want to choose certain times on this day that I'm not going to be in the office. All I have to do is just click this tab button right here where it shows the time, and I can customize which times I'm not going to be in the office. I can choose any time that I want, and that'll show on my Google Calendar that I'm not free during this time as I am out of the office. So this is completely up to you depending on when you're working and when you're not working, or if you're on a vacation or something like that. But you can completely customize when you want to be out of office and share with all the people linked to your Google Calendar, so they will also see that you're out of office on those dates and times. And say you're going to be out of office for recurring cycles, like a certain day of the week over and over again, you can click this does not repeat section right here, and you can choose the cycle for every day, every week, every month, and so on. So now say you have a recurring cycle where you're going to be out of the office certain days of the week, you can choose which days you want, or every day, week, month, whatever your preference is, you can choose to make sure your colleagues see that you are out of office on these dates. You also have the option to automatically decline messages if you are out of office. So anyone that sees that you're out of office, they won't be able to meet with you during these certain times, but this is completely up to you. You can choose to turn this off right here. And now you guys have to let them know beforehand that you're going to be out of office. But I recommend turning this on if you are out of office, so they know right off the bat and you don't have to tell them that you're not going to be available for those times and dates that your colleagues want to meet with you with. So definitely turn that on. And this is a little bit about the out of office feature on Google Calendar. So let's dive into the next features for this incredible app. You also have the option to set goals for certain events you want to achieve. And then during these times on your Google Calendar, it'll be booked for you to practice or help achieve these goals and take another step towards those. So there's tons of options to choose from clicking this icon right here. But if we click it, you're going to see we have all the options from exercise, build a skill, friends and family, and me time, and organize, and anything you want to help achieve these goals. Google Calendar is here to help you. So let's click on a few of these so I can show you how to set these goals and achieve them on the Google Calendar app. This app is extremely intuitive. So say you want to choose a goal and help achieve that goal during certain days of the week, you can click that. And for example, let's choose exercise right here. It's going to say which exercise, so it's going to say workout, run. You have all these options to choose from. You can customize it. We're going to click workout right now. And then by doing that, you're gonna have the option to choose how often you wanna do this. So for beginners, let's just choose once a week right here. And then it's gonna say for how long, and let's do an hour for a standard workout time. We're gonna click that, and then we're gonna say the best time right here. It's gonna choose morning, afternoon, evening, or any time. So I like to work out in the afternoon, so I'm gonna click afternoon right here. And now I'm gonna be able to choose to connect my health app, which is an extremely intuitive process and goal for Google Calendar. So you can connect that with your health app on your iPhone. So let's do that right now. If you guys wanna do this, we can click connect. And now it's gonna be able to access my health app. And now every time I work out on my Google Calendar, it's gonna be linked to this health app. So you can turn it on at all times and allow access to this app. Now, after you put in all that information, it's gonna say the calendar will schedule one session a week, 1 hour for the afternoons. It's gonna be linked to that specific Google account that I linked it to. So now I'm going to see that on my Google Calendar, it's going to be an event in the afternoon at a certain time where it's going to tell me to work out. And I'm going to receive a notification from the Google Calendar app and the health app notifying me that it's time to work out for 1 hour a day in the afternoon. As I've shown you guys, there's tons of options to choose from when achieving a goal. So it doesn't have to be exercising, it could be choosing a skill, like learning a language, learning a code, and you can customize that to any way you want, like I showed you guys to do in the previous clip with the exercise option. So this is completely up to you. Whatever goal you want to achieve, Google Calendar is there to help you and set dates and times to achieve this goal. Similarly to how you can choose which times or dates you want to be out of office, you can also choose times and dates to set reminders on your Google Calendar app. It's a very similar process to the out of office section. So say for example, we click reminder right here. You're gonna see I have the option to choose what I want the app to remind me to do. So for example, say I wanna say take out the trash. I'm gonna type that in, take trash out. Just like that. And by doing that, I have the option to choose which days I can take out the trash, and it'll set a reminder on my Google Calendar. Since you take out the trash on a weekly cycle, I'm gonna say does not repeat, and I'm gonna click that right here. And I'm gonna choose every week. So every week at a certain time, it's gonna say on Thursday, July, 1 p.m., take out the trash, and it's gonna be an every week thing. So for now on, every week, I'm gonna receive that notification and event on my Google Calendar to take out the trash at this time. And it's gonna continue to do so, and you guys can change this however you want. But this is similar to the out of office section on the Google Calendar app. You can choose to set any reminder you wish and then edit that however you like. This is a new feature on Google Calendar. It's definitely worth checking out if you guys need a nudge or reminder to set certain dates or events on this app. You can do this with the tasks section on Google Calendar as well. It's similar to the out of office and reminder. So if we just click tasks right here, you're gonna be able to choose which tasks you want to set to certain dates and times. You have the option to choose if it repeats, and you guys can edit this however you like. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because it's the same as what I showed you with the out of office and reminder section on this app. But if you guys want to add certain tasks on a day-to-day basis or weekly basis, you can do that with this Google Calendar app as well.
If you're still using old-fashioned, slow charging and messy lightning charging cables, it is time for you to say goodbye to those. Your phone has incredible MagSafe technology built right into it, which allows you to wirelessly and magnetically charge your devices. If you're going to invest so much money into an iPhone, then you should be giving yourself a premium experience, which all starts with something that you need to do every day, and that is charging your actual device. Get the absolute most out of your iPhone with LGear's 2-in-1 lightning charging stand. This stand allows you to magnetically and wirelessly charge both your iPhone and your AirPods simultaneously. Place your phone anywhere on the sleek charging stand and you're gonna feel that magnet automatically attach right to your phone. LGear wanted to make sure that you can use your phone for all of its uses without having to take it off the stand, which is why they included dual coil technology so you can use your phone both vertically and horizontally in landscape mode. This means that you can still send your messages, emails, or anything else, or you can flip your phone sideways and watch your favorite videos and movies while your phone is still being charged in the background. This stand is made with the highest quality materials like metal and tempered glass, and they also put non-slip silicone on the bottom of the stand. LGear used official MagSafe technology, so you never need to worry about your phone falling off the stand or having to fidget around with your phone to get it in the right position. As I already mentioned, this is a 2-in-1 lightning charging stand, so you can charge 2 devices at the same time by using the second wireless charger on the back of this stand. This is perfect for charging a pair of headphones or even a second iPhone. Wait no longer and finally go upgrade your charging experience by going to LGear.com. Stop using those old-fashioned, slow charging and messy lightning cables and upgrade to the 2-in-1 lightning charging stand that's perfect for your desk or your nightstand, and it's also being sold at an incredibly discounted rate. So go to LGear.com. The link's on the screen and down in the description. Enjoy.
The most important feature on Google Calendar is setting events, and there's multiple ways to do it, but for starters, I'm going to show you how to do it right here by clicking that plus button, then clicking event right here. And there's tons of customization and edits you can do to customize this to your needs, and it's super cool. So for example, I'm going to walk you guys through a scenario on how to set the perfect event and customize it in any way that you'd like. For an example, I'm going to be setting an event for a work dinner I have with my colleagues. So as you can see, I already typed that in, and now the next step is choosing the dates and times that you want this event to be. So we're going to stick with Thursday, July 14th, but since it's dinner time, I'm not going to choose these times right here, and I'm going to edit that right now. So for example, say we want the dinner to be at 7 p.m. All I have to do is just scroll down right here and then click 7 p.m. and then I'm going to click done right here. And now the dinner is going to be at 7 p.m. on Thursday, July 14th. Now all you have to do is just choose what time this event is going to end. So it starts at 7, we're gonna do an hour. I'm just gonna click 8 p.m. right here, and that should be good to go. And now we have the dinner set from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursday, July 14th. The next step is choosing which people you want to be added to this event. And since it's a work dinner, I would add all of my colleagues, for example. So all you have to do is just click add people right here, just like this, and now you have a list to choose from, or you can type in any of the guests that you want. So just for the sake of this video, I'm going to choose this contact right here, and then I'm going to click done at the moment. And if you add more colleagues, you can obviously add as many as you want, and then once you set this event, they're going to receive notifications on their Google Calendar app that you locked in this event for 7 to 8 p.m. on July 14th, which is a Thursday. And then this is one step for setting an event. If we go down, you have the option to choose a video conferencing. I'm going to show you guys how to set this up later, because if you're going to dinner, you're not going to necessarily need to add a video conference since you'll be in person. You can add a location right here. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can type in where the restaurant is, and they will see when they get that event where that date is and where that location is, so they'll be there right on time. You can also choose what time you want your colleagues to arrive to this event, whether it's 10 minutes before, 20 minutes before. If you're going to dinner, you want to get there kind of early, so I would say 15 or 10 minutes. So you can click that and keep that or edit that however you like whenever you guys want your colleagues to get to that dinner. So I'm going to keep it right there. You can choose which color you want this event to be on your Google Calendar. I'm going to keep blue right now, but say you wanted it purple, red, any color you want, you can choose that event to be that color for this dinner party. You can also add a description on this event and locate and type in anything you want regarding this event. So say, for example, you can say where the dinner is, who's invited, all the details of what we're ordering and what we're going to talk about at that work dinner. So say there's any important documents or attachments you want to add, you can just add those right here in this add attachment section, and it'll be uploaded. And then when your colleagues receive that invite on Google Calendar, they'll see the description and the attachments that you added to this event. So it's a super easy process to do, and there's many ways to set up an event on Google Calendar. This is just one of them, and then after you're done, all you have to do is just click save, and then you can go from there and set this event and schedule it for when you need to go to it. Another way to schedule an event, and this is the way I prefer, it's super easy to do. You can just click on any date of that month or week that you have that event and you want to set up. So say, for example, we're on July right now, and I want to have an event set up on the 20th. It's a very similar process to the features I just showed you. Just click the 20th right here, and now it's going to say nothing planned. But if we click that, we can change that real quickly. And now you have all the options I showed you to set an event. You can add the title, dates, add the people, where it's going to be located, the video conferences, anything you want to do that I just showed you in the previous clip. This is another way to set an event on your Google Calendar app. It's up to you which way you want to do it. I prefer it this way, but completely up to you. And you guys can add an event on any dates by just clicking that day of the week, and you can schedule that event however you like. I also want to show you what an event looks like after it's already scheduled, so you can get an idea of when you receive notifications about events that your colleagues set up. I just want to show you what that looks like. So say for example, we click July 8th right here, and you're going to see we have this 10:10 dinner. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to show all the details of this event and invitation. It's going to say the time, the date, what time you want to arrive, how many guests are in, and then right when you receive that notification for that invitation on the Google Calendar, you're going to receive it on Google Calendar. You're also going to receive it via Google email or Gmail, and by clicking yes, you're going to be able to commit to that, and you're going to be agreeing that you're going to be going to this event. So all the other colleagues that are invited to this event are going to see that you clicked yes and you'll be there. And then of course, if you can't make the meeting or if you're unsure, you can always click no and then maybe instead, and then you can choose or change that preference whenever you figure out the certain time and date it is and whether you need to make it or not, and you can choose from there. So you have all the options between these three, and you can choose if you're going to make that event or not, but you have a ton of flexibility with this app. But you're going to be able to see when these invitations are received and choose if you're going to be able to go or attend that event or not. When you receive an invitation to an event on a Google Calendar, you're also going to receive that invitation on your Gmail account, and I want to show you guys what that looks like on Gmail. So say for example, you receive an invitation and you go to your Gmail account. Right here, we're going to click this, and now you're going to see what the invitation looks like. It's going to show all the details about the date, the times, who's invited, when it is, where it is, and then you can click yes, no, or maybe. And if you scroll down, you're also going to be able to see what docs or attachments are located in this invitation, along with how you guys will be meeting. So for example, I'm meeting via Zoom. I'm going to show you guys how to set that up on your Google Calendar, but these are all the details that you would see on the invitation on the Gmail opposed to using Google Calendar. So this is what that looks like if you guys were unsure, but here's a glimpse of what it looks like in Gmail, and you can use this how you would want to. One simple feature that I forgot to talk about is to easily switch between weeks, months, or days, or whatever that date may be. It's super easy to do. As you can see, we're on the week setting for my Google Calendar, and if I want to switch between weeks, all I have to do is just swipe between the screens right here, and as you can see, I'm going to the further weeks in July. Now I'm from Sunday the 17th to Saturday the 23rd. And I can go back just by swiping in the opposite direction, and say I go all the way to August right here, and I want to go back to the date that I'm originally on. All I have to do is just click this calendar button right here, and it's going to take me right back to this date or this week that I set my calendar in, and I'll be located right there. So for those who weren't sure what this icon does, it will take you right back to the date that we are at on our Google Calendar. But to go between dates or months or even weeks, just swipe in any direction you want to, and you'll be there right away. There are also tons of features and settings you can access simply by just going to the settings section on your Google Calendar app. And to access that, it's super easy to do. All you have to do is just scroll down right here, and then you just click settings right here. And I'm going to walk you through tons of these features. There's a lot to choose from, but let's start off with the general section in the settings tab. So as you can see, you can choose which day of the week you want to start at. Typically everyone starts at Sunday, but if you want to start your week on Mondays, that'll be the first day in your calendar that shows up. Completely up to you. You can use the device for this time zone, so you can alternate between time zones, but I recommend just keeping the one that you are and the location that you are in. You can actually choose alternate calendars from the normal one that we all typically use, and this is super cool, and I just learned about this. So if we click alternate calendars right here, you have your standard one, and then we have anywhere from between Chinese calendars to Hebrew calendars, all these different options to choose from if you do follow a different calendar than the normal one that's preset in the Google Calendar app. This is super cool, and I just learned about this, but it makes sense that this app does have these options. And that's just one other feature in the settings general section. You can show the week number, show declined events, and you can also display shorter entries the same size as 30-minute entries. So this will just make your entries or your events look smaller in the app than they already do. Tons of features you guys can choose from in general. So I definitely think it's worth checking out this feature or this section of the app when you guys get the chance. When you get the Google Calendar app, Google already presets certain dates or events, whether it's a holiday or something like that, in the Google Calendar right off the bat. But if we go to settings and click events from Gmail, you have the ability to turn this off. So say for example, you don't want to see any other events besides the ones that you're creating or the ones that you're invited to, you can shut off all the events that Gmail puts automatically into those calendars so you don't have to see those. So you just disable this right here, just show events from Gmail or show events from Google Calendar. It's super easy to do. You also have the option to disable showing events from Gmail. So whenever you receive an invitation on Gmail or some notification about an event on your Gmail, you can shut this off on your Google Calendar so those won't appear. I do recommend keeping that on because a lot of people get their notifications for the events through their Gmail, and that's automatically linked to your Google Calendar. So I suggest keeping that turned on, but that's completely up to you. And these are ways you can change your events from Gmail that they automatically put into your Google Calendar. You also have the option to choose which default apps you want linked to your Google Calendar. And if you want to change those, you can definitely do this in this default app section right here. So as you can see, I have Safari linked to my Google Calendar app. But if I want to change that, it just asks me right here, ask me which app to use every time. So I can turn this off right here. And by doing that, I can choose which browsers I want to use instead of Safari. And I can do this with other apps as well. I can do this with Gmail or regular mail that comes with the iPhone. Navigate your location. I can choose from any of these options. So depending on what apps you like to link with your Google Calendar, you can choose in this default app section. You have all of these options right here. So I definitely recommend checking those out if you guys want to change any of these apps that are linked with your Google Calendar. It's completely up to you. And then also you can download or link your Google Drive to it. So I suggest doing that. I haven't set that up yet, but you can try it right here just by clicking that try button. And it's super easy to do, but these are some apps you guys can link with your Google Calendar. With the Google Calendar app, you can actually schedule events, tasks, reminders, anything you essentially need to do without even having to go in the app. And this is super cool. And honestly, this is more of an iPhone feature than a Google Calendar feature, but they come hand in hand. So I want to show you guys how this exactly works. So if we're at the Google Calendar app right now on the homepage of my iPhone, all I have to do is just hold down on the Google Calendar like this, and you're going to see this tab pops up when I have all these options I'm available to do. So for example, we can add an event, add a task, add a goal, add a reminder, just like I showed you guys within the Google Calendar app earlier in this video. So say for example, you want to click add event, it's going to take us right into the app, and now we are directly at the add event area or section in the Google Calendar app, and I can add any event right away without even having to go in the app beforehand. I think this is super cool. It's very efficient. So if you guys want to try that out on your iPhone when you get the chance. You can also sync your Google Calendar with the calendar app that comes with the iPhone in the settings application on your iPhone. And I want to show you how to do this because when you do this and they're all synced up, the two calendar apps, then you can use that calendar app and create a widget with that on the home screen of your iPhone. So now you can see your calendar without having to go in any apps, and you can see all the events that are coming up right from the home screen of your iPhone. So let me show you guys how to do this. This is super cool. So as you can see, we're on the settings section of my iPhone, and we're just going to click calendar right here. And the first thing you want to make sure is after you click accounts to get right here, you want to make sure your Gmail is connected to your calendar right here. So just to double check, click that and you're going to see that your Gmail is added to your Google Calendar application. And once that's all set, we're going to go to the calendar app and I'm going to show you guys how to sync these two applications up. Now, once we have that all set up in settings, we just got to go to the calendar app on your iPhone, and all you have to do is click this right here. And now we're in the calendar app, and you want to click calendars right here, and you're going to see the options I want to show you. So right here, we have the Gmail right here, and that's what we want to look at. This is my Gmail account and it's linked to my Google Calendar. So now make sure you have that on. So all of your information and events in your Google Calendar will also be on your calendar in your iPhone as well. So they're synced up and you have all these same events. Now, the best part about this is, like I said, you can create a widget on your iPhone and on the home screen so you can see all your events without having to go to any of the apps, neither the Google Calendar app or the calendar app that comes with the iPhone. And I want to show you guys how to do this. This is more of a feature for the iPhone too. So it's a win-win right here. And let me show you guys how to do this. As you can see, we have my main widget, which I'm going to use for this demonstration. And this is where I'm going to put my calendar app for this widget. So all I have to do is just hold down on this widget right here, and now it's going to start to shake, and we can click edit stack, and that is the widget I'm looking at. And if I want to add a new widget to this section, all I have to do is just click the plus button right here. And now I'm going to be able to add my Google Calendar. And when I do that, you're going to see all the events right on the home screen in this widget. So it's super easy to find. And if you guys forget to go in any of these apps, you'll see all of your events located right on the home screen of your iPhone, which is super cool. So let's click add widget right here. And now our calendar app is going to be in the widget section on our home screen of our iPhone. And alternatively, say you don't want to sync your Google Calendar and the Calendar app on your iPhone, you don't have to. So you can either have one of the other widgets set on your home screen, and say you want the Google Calendar, you can just add that without having to add the regular Calendar app on the iPhone. And I just want to show you guys how to do this as well. So we're going to click plus right here, and the first thing that pops up is the Google Calendar. So say you want that opposed to the regular app that comes with the iPhone, you can just click this instead, and now your Google Calendar is going to be right on the home screen of your iPhone with this widget. You have multiple options to choose from on how you want to view these widgets. You can choose a month, a week view. It's up to you, but this is one way to see how your events are and which events are coming up on your iPhone without having to go inside the app. Now I just want to show you all what this looks like on the home screen of my iPhone. As you can see, we have this Google Calendar widget located right here. And now instead of going to the app, if you want to add an event, all you have to do is just simply click right here. It's going to take us right to the app, and you can add any event that you would like. It's similar to what I showed you guys earlier. When you go to the app and hold down on it, you have the ability to set a reminder, task, or event. This is very similar, but now it's a widget on your home screen of your iPhone instead. And now you can make changes right from the front of your screen, just like that with this widget and the Google Calendar app. The great thing about Google Calendar is, say if it's linked with your Gmail and you use that Gmail to book a reservation at a dinner, or if you use that to book a flight for any trip, it'll automatically go right to your Google Calendar without hesitation. As you can see, we're in my August month section of my Google Calendar, and I booked a flight a few months ago for a trip I'm going to in August. And as you can see, I didn't even add this. It just appeared right in this August section. It showed the flight to and from that trip for this vacation week that I'm having. So as you guys can see, it's very intuitive, and any account or information you use with your Gmail account to put in a reservation or to book a flight or anything you do for an event, it'll automatically sync right into your Google Calendar without you even having to do anything at all, which makes it super easy and efficient. That's why I love this app. I had to do nothing to show these flights in my Google Calendar without just having them synced up with each other, which they automatically do when you download the Google Calendar app. So if you have that Google Calendar app synced with your Gmail that you book certain flights or trips or vacations for, then no worries, it's going to automatically show up in your Google Calendar right there at your fingertips, which is incredible to me. If you need to, you can also duplicate or copy certain events so you have them appearing more than once on your Google Calendar. I just wanted to show you guys this because it's super easy to do. So say we click on an event right here, and then we just click these three dots. All you have to do is just click these right here. Then you're going to click duplicate. You also have the option to delete if you need to, but by clicking duplicate right here, it's going to duplicate this exact same event. You can edit it slightly if you need to, but if you just want to duplicate this, you can definitely do that right here and just look at all the details over again if you need to. And then if we exit out of that, you can also go back to the event, and then we can click copy instead. Right here, copy to. And now you can choose which sections of your calendar you want to copy that event to. You have the options for events, homes, or other events and other Gmail accounts. So for example, if we click this right here, now it's going to take us to our other Gmail account, and we have this exact same event copied to that Gmail account under this certain category. This is a great feature if you guys have to duplicate or copy any events to have it more than once, and I just want to show you guys that it's worth checking out. I want to take a quick break from the video to introduce to you guys Rakuten, the best app to get cash back and other great deals. With Rakuten, you're going to be able to shop at stores you love and earn great rewards and other great deals just by using this app. And also with our exclusive link with Rakuten, you're going to be able to earn an additional $30 just by using it. So I'm going to show you guys how to access that link and earn your free $30 right now. Claim your free $30 from Rakuten using this exclusive link. All you want to do is just go to Safari or any web browser you have and type in bit.ly/getebates-bonus. That is bit.ly/getebates-bonus. Now that's in the link in the description as well of this video, and it's on the screen right here, so make sure to check those out to find it at the end of this video. But this link is exclusive to AppFind, so you only can get this $30 from using this link. So we made sure to get you guys the best rewards possible through this partnership, and you guys are also supporting our channel by doing this, so I want to thank you guys for that. But let's click on the link right here. It'll be in the description, like I said, and it's going to take you to this page, and it's going to say, Ark invites you to get $30 once you join and spend $30. So all you have to do is just create an account on Rakuten, which is completely free, no charges or costs involved. And once you spend that $30 on Rakuten, you're going to get a free additional $30 on top of that. So it's a win-win because you're going to be able to get free $30, and you're going to be able to get cash back while shopping at your favorite stores. So all you have to do is just put in your email and create a password, and then you are good to go with this exclusive link with Rakuten. Before using our exclusive link, I want to show you guys the Rakuten app. It is right here. It is super easy to use and navigate. It has up to 3,500 plus stores where you can earn cash back and other great rewards. So odds are that if there's 3,500 plus stores, one of these are going to be your favorite stores to shop at. So you're losing money if you essentially do not download this app and use our exclusive link to get that extra $30. But as you can see, there's tons of different sections to choose from. Stores our members love. For example, we got Macy's and Walmart. At Macy's, you can earn 10% cash back. Other great deals in the category section. So if you have a specific category you want to look into for sports and goods or health and beauty or any of these, you can gladly go to do that on this category section. But if we click on sports and outdoors, for example, we're going to see Lululemon, Athleta, Adidas, all these other stores right here where you can earn cash back. We're going to click on Lululemon. It's going to show you the 2% cash back right here and more information. It's going to tell you when it expires. It's going to show you these top coupons. But this is just one of the categories of many. Anything you want to shop, essentially Rakuten will have that. So you guys definitely got to download this app. You're losing out on money if you aren't using Rakuten. And keep in mind that you're also going to get an additional $30. So you're overall saving tons of money by using our exclusive link and using Rakuten in general. And do not miss out on this opportunity, guys. Enjoy. Now, I'm assuming that most of you have a Google account that you're signed into. But if you're new to Google Calendar, I want to show you how to navigate it and find it on your desktop. And it is super easy to do. So the first thing you want to do is just sign into your Google account and go to Google Chrome to make sure you're signed in. And as you can see, you'll know you're signed in when you have this little icon with your name attached right here. And now to go to Google Calendar, it's super easy to do and how to navigate it. So we're going to click these dots right here, and then we're going to scroll down to Google Calendar, which is located right here. And all you have to do is just click on Google Calendar, and if you're signed into your Gmail account, it's going to take you right to that calendar for that specific Gmail account, and now you're within your Google Calendar. So just make sure you're signed in to your Google account, go to Google Chrome, and then go to your account and click Google Calendar using these dots right here. It's super easy to do, but once you get that set up, now we can dive into all the amazing features to customize your Google Calendar on your desktop to your needs. Say you want to look at your Google Calendar without having to look at the months. Say you want to look at the days, the weeks, whatever that may be. You can change the interface for Google Calendar, and you can see we have this month tab right here. But if you want to look at your calendar in terms of days only, you can just click this. For example, it's going to show you what you have for this specific day on July 1st or whatever date you need to go to. And then say you want to go to week instead, you can go here instead and you can see your Google Calendar and your calendar during weeks opposed to months. And then on top of this, you guys can have the option to choose between months, years, schedules, 4 days. So whatever way you want to view your Google Calendar, whether it's all of these options, you can choose between any one of these to view your Google Calendar and customize it to your needs. Right here, it's to the left of the screen, we have our main menu, which shows a brief overview of everything going on in your Google Calendar. It shows the month and the day that it is. And if you want to switch between those, you can go between these months like I previously showed you. You can show all the details that your calendar show, like your reminders, your tasks, the holidays, all this information. But if you don't want this Google Calendar main menu to show when you're on the app, all you have to do is just click this main menu tab right here, and it's going to remove that from the screen. So now you're just looking at your Google Calendar without the main menu. So it's up to you if you want to show your main menu or not. I always like to keep it right here to see all the specific features that are going on within this app on my desktop. But this is completely up to you, and this is a little bit about the main menu on your Google Calendar desktop app. On top of this, say you're on a different date rather than today's date. If you want to go back to today's date, all you have to do is just click today right here. It's going to take you back to the date of today, which is July, Tuesday, the 19th. It's going to show all my information, all the events I have on that day. So say you go to a different month and you want to navigate back to that specific date, just click today and it'll take you right back there. And say you're looking for a specific date or event and you can't seem to find it, all you have to do is just use the search bar right here and you're going to be able to locate that certain event. So as for example, you can see I have this name Evan right here, and say I couldn't locate that on my Google Calendar. All I have to do is just click the search bar, type in Evan, and now it's going to show what time and where that event is, what the date is, and the times between those events. So that's one easy way to find your certain events that you're looking for if you can't seem to locate it just by scrolling through the interface. Just use the search bar and you'll be able to find that certain event. Right now, we're in the Google Calendar app for one of my Gmail accounts, but I'm sure most of you have more than one, whether it's a work account, a personal account, whatever that may be. This is my Google Calendar account for my specific email that I'm choosing for this video. But say you want to show your Google Calendar for a different email, it's super easy to do. You see this icon that says my name right here. You're just going to click on that and you have the option to choose between all the different accounts that you have for Gmail. So say I want to go to this Gmail account instead, it's going to take me right there, and now I'm going to be on the Google Calendar for that specific Gmail account. And there's also ways to show all of your different events for each specific Google account on Google Calendar. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. But if you guys want to choose between or hop between different Google accounts to view those different Google Calendar events, just click the icon right here and choose which Google account you want to look at. And I already showed you all how to access and find your Google Calendar app on your desktop, but previously and similar to how you do that, you also have this grid section right here on your Google Calendar. And if you want to access all the other Google applications that come with your Google account, you can just click this grid right here and you can see all the different Google apps that you have options to choose to. You can go to your Gmail, Google Drive, Docs, any of these options if you want to switch between those. So this is just a little information for you guys if you want to find other Google apps to access when you're on Google Calendar. Just check out this grid and you're going to see all the options that you have. I also want to show you more information and go into more detail about the menu section on Google Calendar, which is located to the left right here. Like I previously told you, if you don't want that to be shown, you just click the main menu tab right here and it's going to disappear. But if we go back, you're going to see the month that we are in right here. We're in July and it's the 19th. If you want to search for certain people you're meeting with, you can just type their name in or their Gmail account right here and it'll pop up and take you to that specific date like this. And if you click that search bar, it's going to show all the recent people you've met with or have been in contact with, so you can look at those events. It's going to show you the time insights where it's July 1st to the 31st, and it's going to show how many meetings I'm in and other more insights if you want to click on those. Right here on the calendar section, it's going to show all the different events that are checked off for your Google Calendar. As you can see, I have all my reminders, tasks, and event checked off. I don't have birthdays at the moment, but say I wanted to have that, I just click check right here, and now my birthdays are going to be shown on my Google Calendar as well. But this is completely up to you. You can customize this however you want. If you don't want certain reminders or tasks to be shown, you can always just check these off. But I prefer like this, so this is my preference, up to you. And then we also have holidays, so you guys can turn off holidays on your Google Calendar if you don't want those to be shown. But if you want to have those shown, just keep this check on. It's going to show all the holidays that are already synced into your Google Calendar, like Independence Day, for example. And if we go to other months, it's going to show those holidays as well. But this is a little bit about the main menu section. It's super easy to use. I always keep it up just to see an insight and into more detail about what's going on my Google Calendar on my desktop, but this is completely up to you. The main purpose of Google Calendar is to create new events and view ones that are coming up along your road. So I want to show you guys how to create certain events, reminders, tasks, whatever that may be. And there's multiple ways to do this, but one of the main ways you can do this is see this plus button right here where it says create next to the left on your main menu section. You can just click create and you're going to see all these different options of events you can create, whether it's events, out of office, tasks, or appointment schedules. I'm going to walk you all through each one of these and show you how to create these certain events for your Google Calendar. So the first event I want to talk about and how to create it is appointment schedule. So say you have an appointment every now and then, whether it's for the dentist, doctors, physical therapy, you can actually schedule that in your Google Calendar and create an event for that specific appointment. So all you have to do is just click appointment schedule right here, and you're going to click this. And you're going to see you can title it whatever that appointment is and choose all of these options. So for the sake of this video, we're going to choose physical therapy. So we're going to click that and type that in, and you can choose how long this appointment's going to be. So you have the option to choose anywhere between 15 minutes or customize that. I'm just going to choose an hour for the sake of this video, and it's going to show all of these dates blocked off as you're creating this, and as you customize it, it's going to change in your Google Calendar. So as you can see, we have the option to repeat weekly or just have it not repeat at all. So for example, say it's one of these dates, you can just edit the time for the length of that appointment and then type that in. So say this appointment is a one-time thing, it's not going to repeat weekly. You can just click this right here and click does not repeat, and now you can choose the date for that specific appointment, and we're going to do August 2nd right here. And then you're going to choose that it's between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. So you're just going to scroll right here and click that. And then you can keep that date. It's going to show it right here in an appointment tab on your Google Calendar. And you can also add other dates if you want to, but since we're not repeating this, I'm just going to keep this the way it is. And now that appointment's going to be booked from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on August 2nd. Now we have the option to choose the scheduling window for this appointment. And if we click this drop down arrow right here, you're going to see the maximum time in advance that an appointment can be booked. I set it for 60 days. You can either check this on or off if you want to. And then the minimum time before the appointment start that it can be booked booked is 4 hours, so you can change depending on the time or the amount of time that you need to schedule this appointment and edit it in any way. So I'm going to keep these numbers just for the sake of this video, and this is the scheduling window for the specific appointment. And then next we have our booked appointment settings. So there's going to be, you can manage the booked appointments that will appear on your calendar, and you have a buffer time right here. So you can add time between appointment slots, and you can click 30 minutes and check that off and choose any amount of time that you want. Then you also have the maximum booking per day, and you can limit how many booked appointments to accept in a single day. I'm going to check this off, and you can choose 4, edit that number in any way that you would like. You can also see how your identity is displayed on this booking page by just clicking this booking page photo and name tab right here and clicking the drop down arrow. As you can see, it's going to show my name and icon, and it's going to say this is how your identity will be displayed on the booking page. And then you can choose your location and conferencing, where you would like to meet people, or if it's a phone, a video conference, or it's in person. And you can type in that location if you want. I'm just going to not do that for the sake of this video. But depending where that appointment is, you can choose that specific location on your Google Calendar. And then next we have the description right here. So you can add a note that explains your service. Since I'm doing a physical therapy appointment, I'm just going to type that in right here. So just, it's a little note for you to keep in mind going forward. And then next we have the booking form right here. So if we click the drop down arrow, you can customize the form people use to book their appointment. You can choose your first name, last name, and email address. So just type in that information, and then this is required. So make sure you put all of this great information within the Google Calendar application. And then lastly, we have booking confirmations and reminders. So if you click this drop down arrow right here, it's going to show a calendar invitation information, and it's going to say you and the person who made the appointment will get a confirmation email with the calendar invitation. And you also check this off where it says email reminder. I recommend doing this so your person who made the appointment will get a reminder email before the appointment, and you can select how many days before or hours you want that notification to go off. So I'm just going to click 1 day before and keep it the way it is. Then if everything looks good, you just go back to the title right here, click enter, and now that appointment's going to be saved in your schedule. And just to confirm, we go to August 2nd on Tuesday. You're going to click right here, and it's going to be my physical therapy appointment for 60 minutes. And you can open the booking page, see all the information that comes with it that you edited and customized in this appointment section for your Google Calendar. And this is one of the many events you can create, but I'm going to dive into all the other great events you can use on Google Calendar. The next event I want to show you all how to create is a task. This is pretty straightforward and similar to a scheduling an appointment. But if we go to create right here and click tasks, you guys are going to see we have the title of that task, and we're going to type in, for example, mowing the lawn. So now that is our task for this Google Calendar, and you guys can add the description, and you can choose if it does not repeat or if it's a weekly cycle. So we're going to click it does repeat, and we're going to do weekly on Friday, for example, at 1 p.m. You can add a description like you could previously do with the appointment. So I'm just going to say mowing the lawn right here, and then we're going to have the option to choose my tasks. It's going to be a part of that category on my Google Calendar. And then if everything looks good, you can save it or make it a Zoom meeting. Since I'm mowing the lawn, I'm probably not going to have to make it a Zoom meeting. So if everything looks good, you can just click save right here. And now you're going to be able to mow the lawn weekly at 1 p.m. on Fridays. And your Google Calendar is going to have this updated in its application. So you're going to receive a notification every time you have to mow the lawn, and you can check your schedule just to make sure you're doing it those specific days. Very similarly to creating tasks on Google Calendar, you can also create out of office events. So when you have this out of office section set up, you're not going to be able to have any meetings booked, or people will be able to see that you are out of office. I definitely recommend setting this so people can see when you are out of office. So let's click it right here on the create section. We're going to click out of office, and it's very similar to the tab section, but it has some differences. So let's go through it. So you can choose certain days of the week and times that you're going to be out of office. You can choose if you want to repeat that cycle or not. So if, say for example, just specifically today, I'm going to be out of office from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. Now we have the option to create an event or an out of office section on my Google Calendar. So this is one of the newer features that is different from setting up tasks. And you can actually choose to automatically decline messages. So I recommend turning this on so when people see your calendar, they're going to see that they're not going to book a time, or they cannot book a time during this time period. And they will make sure not to book a time while you're out of office. So I definitely recommend keeping this checked off so they can see not to book times for your Google Calendar during these out of office periods. And also you have the option to check off only new meeting invitations or new and existing. So this will show events that are new and existing if you keep this tabbed off, and it'll show that your colleagues will notify that you're out of office during these time periods. So I'm going to keep these settings the way they are. And then you can also have a message right here where it's declined because I'm out of office. Very simple and sweet right here. And then you can have this option to choose between public, default visibility, or private. I'm just going to keep it public for the sake of this video. But if you want to book certain times that you're going to be out of office, you can do that on Google Calendar, and all your colleagues will see that you're not available during these time periods. Like I said, you can choose if you want to repeat it or not repeat it. Up to you depending on your schedule, but this is one great feature on Google Calendar to schedule out of office events. And then all you have to do is just click save right here and you will be good to go, and that'll be a new out of office time period for your Google Calendar. You can also create certain events known as focus time, and then during these time periods, if you want to work on one of your goals or get productive or not be disturbed by any events on your Google Calendar, you can create these tasks or events right here by clicking focus time, and you're going to be able to type in whatever that focus time is. And I'm just going to type in productivity just to be simple right here, like this. Whoops. And then after you set that up, it's very similar to the tasks and out of office section that I previously showed you guys. You can choose if you want it to repeat, you can choose the dates and times of that. And then you can also choose to automatically decline messages like you can do with out of office settings on your Google Calendar. So you have this option to check this off or not. You can add a location where you're going to be doing your focus times. You can also show what it's going to look like to your colleagues. It's going to show Andy DePari, a blue tab right there, and then it's going to say busy, default busy, notified 10 minutes before. So you can also make this a Zoom meeting, but you probably won't want to do that because it's your focus time where you want to be alone and not meet with anyone. But this is one other feature you can create on your Google Calendar. It's called focus time. So if you want to improve a skill or get better at something or achieve a goal, you can set this on your schedule and you'll be able to have this time to yourself during your Google Calendar session. I want to take a quick break from the video to introduce to you guys an incredible app where you can earn rewards and other great prizes simply by just answering questions, taking surveys, and sharing feedback. And that app is Quick Thoughts. Using our exclusive link I'm about to share with you guys can earn all these rewards by just answering thoughtfully different surveys and taking surveys and other quizzes. And I'm going to show you guys how to access that link right now. Claiming free rewards and other great prizes with Quick Thoughts using our exclusive link, all you have to do is just go to Safari or any other web browser and type in bit.ly/getquickthoughts. That is bit.ly/getquickthoughts. It's also in the link in the description of this video, and it is right here on the screen. In case you forget it, make sure to check those links out after this video. But basically all you have to do is just type that in and click go. It is going to actually take us to the app on the App Store itself. So essentially it's going to give you an overview of the app right here. And look, if you look right here, it's going to show you all the different rewards and prizes you can actually win, such as gift cards, different discounts, cashback, and other great rewards, all from this app, just by taking simple surveys and sharing feedback on certain things. I'm going to show you guys the app in a second, but this is a quick preview of it, and all you have to do is just download it today. Once we're on the app page using the link we gave you guys, you're just going to click open. It's going to take us to the Quick Thoughts app. It's going to ask you to sign up, or if you're an existing user, just put in your information, but it's completely free to use. And keep in mind that you guys are supporting our channel by using the link we shared with you, but also on top of that, you guys are getting access to some of the best rewards and prizes with the different surveys that Quick Thoughts comes with by using our exclusive link. So definitely keep that in mind and definitely use our link when downloading Quick Thoughts. On top of that, this is an overall win-win app where you guys actually have the chance to win great rewards and prizes simply by just taking quizzes and different surveys. So you guys do not want to miss out on this opportunity, and make sure to click that link. It is bit.ly/getquickthoughts. It's in the link in the description of the video, so just click that when this video is over, and thank you guys for watching this part of the video. Enjoy. The main feature for Google Calendar, and essentially the most important, is creating events on your Google Calendar. And I want to walk you all through a scenario on how to create the perfect event customized to your needs on this app and in this video. So for example, you go to create right here, and you're going to click event. And now you have the option to create an event. And for this example, I'm going to choose work dinner right here. So I'm going to keep it sweet and simple with work dinner right here. And now you're going to go through all of these different settings, and I'm going to walk you through each and every one of them. First thing you're going to want to do when you're creating an event is choose the time and the dates, and also choose if it's going to repeat or not repeat. Since we're doing a one-time work dinner for the sake of this video, I'm going to choose do not repeat. And since it's dinner time, I'm going to choose later times in the day than 2 p.m. So I'm going to choose right here. I'm going to scroll down and choose 7 o'clock, just like a standard dinner time. And we're going to have that go until 8:30. So the dinner and the event's going to be 1.5 hours. And you can also choose the time zone that it's going to be in. I'm in the Eastern time, New York time zone, so I'm going to keep it like that. And now that's the next feature for setting up an event. And then also you can add guests. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So for adding guests, it's super easy to do. Anyone that you're in contact with a lot, if you click right here and click add guests, you can type in any email or person in their Gmail account is going to pop up and you can just add them. So as you see, I start to type in letters, you're going to see that certain names pop up that I've talked to or I've worked with before, and you can put in any email that you want for that specific event and whoever's invited to that work dinner, and they'll receive a notification as soon as you send this invite out. And then next we have the option to add Google Meet video conferencing or make it a Zoom meeting. I'm going to show you all how to do this later, but for the sake of this video, and since it's going to be a work dinner, we're not going to be doing it online via video conferencing. We can forget about that part right now. And now we're going to move on to add a location. So wherever the dinner is, you can just type in that location where it is, and then when your colleagues receive that invitation, they're going to see the specific address to go to when they have this work dinner. You can add a description or attachment. You can share any files you want to talk about during that dinner, or you can write a brief description about what you guys are going to be ordering, what you guys are going to be talking about during this work dinner. So whatever you want to put down or attach, you can definitely do that right here in this add description section right here. You can create meeting notes and that'll show up as a Google Doc for them to look at. Whatever you prefer, you can definitely do this for creating this event. And then lastly, once you're done with that, you have the option to click more options right here, and it's going to show in more detail all these crazy options that you have. And by clicking more options, you're going to see all the details of this event that you scheduled. You're going to have the option to choose a few different ones like guest permissions right here, where they have the ability to modify events, event others, or see guest lists. So you can choose which ones you want to check off depending on what you need to do for the specific work dinner and this event. But if everything looks good, you can just click save right here, and now this is going to be scheduled in your Google Calendar, and then your colleagues are all going to receive a notifications via Gmail and Google Calendar that they have this event coming up, and they can either click yes, no, or decline if they don't want to go to this. But I'm going to get to that eventually, but this is how you create an event on your Google Calendar, and there's many more ways to do it. So I'm going to show you the next one after this, but this is one of the ways you can do that. Another way to create an event in Google Calendar, and honestly, this is the more easier way to do it, you can actually just click on any date in your calendar and schedule an event that way without having to use this create tab right here. So say for example, I'm going to show you guys how this works. Let's go back to July right here. And I want to schedule an event for July 28th, which is a Thursday. I'm just going to click this right here, and now I can schedule this event, whether I want it to be an event, out of office, task, or reminder. And I can choose all the different details that I discussed previously in this video, where if you want it to repeat, not repeat, you can find a time, add guests, add a location, descriptions, or attachments, and you can also choose if you want it to be a video conference or a Zoom meeting. Completely up to you, but just fill out that same information that you did in previous clips that I showed, and you can create an event this way. This is an easier way to do it, and I know most people use this way opposed to using the create tab right here, but this is completely up to you. You have all the option to choose which type of event you want that to be, and you can schedule that however you want. And this is one other feature and way to create an event on your Google Calendar. I know I just showed you all how to create an event in multiple ways on your Google Calendar, but I want to show you what an actual event looks like after you've created it on this application. So say for example, we already go to one of my created events right here today, which is 12:30 Andy and Charlie. I'm going to click this right here, and now it's going to show the event in this little tab that pops up, and it's going to show all the information about this event. As you can see, this shows all the details of the event, what day it is, what times it is, and if it's weekly or non-weekly. As you can see, this is weekly on Tuesday. And then this is a Zoom meeting. So by just clicking this, it's going to take me to the Zoom link, and I'm going to be able to enter that Zoom and meet with this individual. But I'm going to get to that later. I'm going to show you how to link Zoom with your Google Calendar so you can easily meet with people. But if we're just looking at this event, you're going to see who's invited to the event. It's going to show the agenda, which is a Google Doc. And if I click on that doc, it's going to show all the information and details that we're going to talk about during this call on this Zoom. So if you click on that, it's going to show all this information. It's going to show that you want to arrive 10 minutes before, and then it's going to show who sent the invite. This is also going to appear on my Gmail, which I'm going to show you how that looks soon. But this is what it looks like on your Google Calendar. And then you have the option to choose whether you're going or not. You have the option to click yes, no, or maybe if you're not sure at the moment. And then if you don't have something, or if you do have something during this time and you can't meet, you can just click no. But I obviously met for this call, and I'm going to click yes right here. So I was already there and present. But depending on if you can make it or not, you can choose one of these options on if you're going. And this is what it looks like on Google Calendar when you schedule an event. event. So I already showed you what an event looks like when you click on it on Google Calendar, but whoever's invited to that event actually receives an invitation via email on their Gmail account, and that actually goes right here into their inbox. I want to show you what that looks like in your inbox so you're aware of it. So as you can see, this is one of my events that I've previously had, and I want to show you what this looks like in my Gmail. So as you can see, it's going to tell me what time it is, what day, how long it's going to last. It's going to show if I'm going to go, if I'm not going, or if I'm not sure yet at the moment. It's going to show who's invited. And then if you scroll down, it's going to show the Zoom link that you're joining when you want to get onto this event or hop on that call. It's going to show the attached document, which is a Google Doc. And this is going to be the agenda of the event. If you click on this link, it's going to take you to this Google Doc, and it's going to show everything that we're going to discuss during this call via Zoom meeting. And you can look at this beforehand, and it also says you want to arrive 10 minutes beforehand just to be safe. But this is what it looks like on Gmail in case you weren't aware. So every time any of your colleagues receive an invitation, or if you're receiving an invitation on your Google Calendar, this is what it's going to look like in your inbox on your Gmail account. So definitely check that out. And I just want to make sure you guys were aware of this feature that comes with Google Calendar and all Google apps. If we go to the menu section on Google Calendar, there's one amazing feature that I want to talk to you about, and it's only available on the Google Calendar desktop, not on your iPhone. And this is the Insight section right here. So if you click on this, it's going to show all the information and details about your meetings and your events on your Google Calendar. So let's just click this right here, and now it's going to pop up to the right, and it's going to show my time breakdown. So as you can see, this dark blue represents all my one-on-one meetings that I have, and then all the others are going to be how many guests I have in different meetings. So as you can see, most of my time is in one-on-one meetings. It shows that it's going to be 6.5 hours of my time breakdown. And then it says need to respond. I don't have any of those times checked off because I have 0 hours because I've responded to everyone. Then if we scroll down, it's going to show the time in meetings, and it's going to show how many times or how many hours I spend in meetings per month. So as you can see, July I've spent the most amount of time in meetings and events on my Google Calendar. But this is a great tool to see your insights and information about what's going on in your Google Calendar. This is going to show all the people that you've met with during these times, how long you've met with them, and also you can show which events are coming up as well. This is a great tool to see your insights on Google Calendar and how you're spending your time with these certain events, meetings, or whatever that may be. And then also it says under focus time, there's this little tab that says try scheduling weekly focus times on days with fewest meetings, which is my Friday. And then by saying that, you can actually choose to schedule focus times during this period on Fridays, or the days you're the days you're most available. And these are going to be times that you can work on any goals, skills, or be productive in any way that you like. So I definitely recommend checking out your insights when you start using Google Calendar. It's a great tool to have, so definitely check that out. When you're on the Google Calendar interface, you're also going to see all the way to the right, there are these icons over here, and these are all considered add-ons that link with your Google Calendar. There are different applications that you can sync with this application, and I want to walk you through all of these right here. And the first one is called Google Keep, and this is essentially your notes section for Google that they created. It's an app that they created, and by clicking on it, you're going to see you can take a note, and if you see you have no notes yet, your notes will show up from Google Keep, and they'll show up here. And you can link any of your devices with Google Keep. So say you have any notes on any of these devices like your Android or iPhone, if you will link that to your Google Calendar, they will also show up right here in this Keep Notes section on your Google Calendar. So I have no notes yet, but if I wanted to link any of these applications or products, I can do that, and then all my notes for those devices would show up right here. And if I want to just take a note right here, I can take one, I can title it however I want, and I can pin that, so if it's important, I'll make sure to see it when I go on Google Calendar next time I do. So just for the sake of the video, and to write a title and information for a note, I'm just going to say Tuesday, and I'm going to say have a great day, and that's my note. Not too in depth. I'm just gonna click done right here, and now that's my note. I have the option to archive it, delete, or open and keep. And then also, if I want to create a new note, I can definitely do that as well. And I can pin that note like I previously mentioned. So when I go on Google Calendar, that'll be the first thing I see. So I definitely recommend maybe writing something like have a great day or happy Monday, just to boost your spirits when you go on the Google Calendar and start your workday. And then the next add-on we have is our tasks section right here. This is the tasks icon. I already showed you how to create tasks, and I only have one at the moment, which I previously showed in this video, which was creating a task from mowing the lawn. And you can add a task right here, or you can create it in the other way I showed you previously in this video. It's going to show that task, what time it's at, and how many days a week it is. It's only one right here. It's Friday. I can star that if it's an important task I need to get done first. I also have the option to delete that if I want to. And then once you complete that task, you can always just check it off right here and mark it as complete, just so you know you did that and you can feel better about yourself and move on to the next task after that's done. So this is the task icon. I already showed you how to create the tasks, but this is one way to view them on Google Calendar. And then next we have our contacts right here. If you click it, it says I have no contacts yet, but it says Google Contacts makes your contacts organized and clutter free so you never lose touch. So I haven't got this synced, but if you want to, you can just click get started right here. And then you can add any of your contacts that are in your Google Contacts application, and you'll be ready to go to view all of those in this icon right here on Google Calendar. And even though this is a calendar application, you can actually use and link Google Maps with your calendar to search certain locations on this interface. So for example, if you click this icon that says Maps, you can search different locations on your Google Maps and explore different areas. And say, for example, you want to search groceries, takeout, or hotels, you can search groceries right here. And now all the grocery places that are near you will show up right here on your Google Maps in your Google Calendar. If we go back right here, I have my recents that I just searched, and you can search anything that you'd like, hotels, takeout, whatever that may be, you can search it on this Explore section on Google Calendar. Then also you can have certain locations saved. So I don't have any favorite places, travel plans, or star places. I have none of this information, but if I want to save any of these locations I search, I can just save them and they will appear in these different categories depending on what they are right here in your calendar app. So even though it's a calendar app, you can also use it to explore different locations, and maybe you want to schedule a meeting or an event at a certain location. You can always just search them up and have them right at your fingertips for when you schedule that event and determine where that location is going to be for that event. So you can also create a new list right now. It's going to take us to Google Maps, and you have all these options to choose from. But if you want to stay on Google Maps, you can just definitely do that right here and just go back to that application. So these are some of the icons that come with Google Calendar as soon as you log on to the interface. But if you click down right here, you're going to see Get Other Add-ons, which are other devices or services that you can link with your Google Calendar in case you need more of these services. So let's click this plus button right here, and now this is going to pop over. It's going to say Google Workspace Marketplace right here, and it's going to show all these recommended applications that work hand in hand with Google Calendar. I'm actually going to show you one of these because it's a great tool to set up, and that's going to be the Zoom connector, but I'm going to dive into that after this clip. But say you have certain needs that you need to create for an event, you can link any of these applications with your Google Calendar, and say it's not showing the one you're looking for, you can always just search instead, and that will probably come up. It's a very intuitive software, and Google has almost every application you need for the Google Calendar. So whatever you need, just search it, or you can locate it right here, and these are certain add-ons you can install and sync right with your Google Calendar. So definitely try that out when you get the chance if you need to. I'm currently on one of the events I created that is upcoming that I have soon, I think this week, and I want to show you a little bit more about Google Calendar and all the different links and applications you can sync with this amazing application. So as you can see, this is all the details of this event, and you have the option to add a Google Meet video conferencing or make it a Zoom meeting. So if you don't have the Zoom connector, which I'm going to show you guys how to install and set up, most of your calls are going to go through Google Meet, which just comes with Google as soon as you create an account. So I want to do a Zoom meeting instead, and I want to show you this great application called Zoom Connector, which allows you to link any Zoom calls with your Google events on Google Calendar, opposed to having using Google Meet and video conferencing. So if you want to use Zoom meeting, I'm going to show you guys how to set that up and connect that with your Google Calendar. So whenever you have to hop on a call, you can use Zoom. I know it's up to you. It's depending on your preference. Other people use Google conferencing and other people use Zoom. It's up to you, but I use Zoom. So I want to show you guys this feature because it works very well when you're scheduling an event. So let's dive right into it. So to get this Chrome extension, all you have to do is just go to Google and type in Zoom Scheduler Chrome extension. It's going to be the first thing that pops up if you're on Google Chrome. So right here, it says Zoom Scheduler. So let's just click on this right here. And now with Zoom Scheduler, this is basically an application or extension that allows you to link any of your Zoom meetings directly to any events that you schedule on Google Calendar. So when you meet with someone and you want to hop on a call, you can just link your Zoom account with that event so they can just access that Zoom link and hop on that call with you right away. So you can schedule Zoom meetings directly from Google Calendar or schedule Zoom Cloud meetings directly from this app as well. It tells you a little bit about what Zoom is. I'm sure most of you know, but all you have to do is just install that. I already installed it, so I have the option only to remove it from Chrome. But if you haven't installed it, just click install and it'll be uploaded to your browser and interface. So now after you installed the Zoom Scheduler extension on your Google Chrome, Now it's going to appear right in the search bar. If you click this puzzle piece, it's going to show all the extensions that you have. I have Grammarly, LastPass, but right here we have Zoom Scheduler. And just by seeing this, you're going to know that it's already installed and added onto your Chrome and onto your computer. So we're just going to click Zoom Scheduler right here. It's going to say if you want to schedule a meeting or start a meeting. But I want to show you how this works with Google Calendar. But just check this after you install it to make sure you have it set up and pinned right onto your extension and your search bar when you want to use this tool. Since we have the Zoom Scheduler set up on our computer, now I want to show you how to link it with a meeting or an event in case you want to hop on a call using Zoom. So as you can see, we're looking at one of the events I have coming up. Instead, I want to make it a Zoom meeting. I'm just going to click this edit tab right here on this event. And now it's going to show the event in more details. And like I previously showed you, you have the option to have a Google Meet video conferencing, or you want to make it a Zoom meeting. So we're going to click make it a Zoom meeting right here. And now you have all these schedule options you can look at. I recommend looking at all these before you create this link and add it to the event. So you want to have the link generated automatically, or have your personal meeting ID showed up. You want to choose if you want to have a waiting room turned on, and then you can choose which videos you're going to see, the host or the participant. You want to see what your audio is, all these different informations. And then you can see right here, I have include invite link in the location field. So what this means is when the person who is receiving and going to this event, they're going to see the invite of the Zoom link right in this event. So we're going to click continue right here. And now it's going to show the Zoom link that pops up. So whenever this person wants to log in and hop on this call, they're going to see the Zoom link right here. They're going to know it's a Zoom meeting, and they can just click on this and they're going to enter the waiting room, and we can hop on that call using Zoom. Like I said, it's up to you whether you want to use Google Meet or Zoom. I use Zoom. So this is this Zoom schedule that I showed you, and that's why I wanted to show it to you guys. But it's completely up to you. But this is a great extension that I definitely recommend downloading and installing on your computer if you do use Zoom for any of your calls like I do. So definitely try it out if you want to use Zoom and Google Calendar and use that for any of your meetings. Also, when you click save before you can actually save it, it's going to pop up and it's going to say, would you like to send update emails to existing Google Calendar guests? So basically what this means is when you received or sent that invitation out, originally the Zoom link wasn't there, but now since you added that Zoom link into the event, you have the option to choose whether your colleague wants to see that or not. So I'm going to have the option of clicking yes and send it. So now when they see this event again, they're going to see that the Zoom link is already there on the Google Calendar event. And let's just go back to the event so I can show you guys what this looks like after the Zoom link is added. We're going to click on the event. We're going to scroll down, and now you're going to see it says join Zoom meeting with the link to access that Zoom call. So now they'll know to hop on a Zoom call when they're attending this event, and you guys can chat with whatever you want or however you like using Zoom with the Zoom Schedule Chrome extension on Google Calendar. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. This was a complete beginner's guide on how to use Google Calendar on your desktop. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more great content like this. I also encourage you all to go to appfindvip.com and subscribe to our email newsletter to get the best mobile apps and games delivered directly to your email inbox. And while you're here, I also encourage you guys to go to bestrewardapps.com. These are all affiliates of ours, and they're all apps that allow you to win incredible rewards and prizes right through your iPhone. So definitely check out these apps when you get the chance. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for watching this video.